opportunities away today, Canada Day. Perfect opportunity to raise some awareness about these kind of issues that pertain directly to Canadians.
A nation in crisis turns its flag upside down. You can order it in the mail or download it. Yes, and then the Council on Foreign Relations, you can actually buy the blueprint, basically building North American community. Oh yeah, this is what it is.
The euro and the euro.
And then we kind of find a page here.
You know, that WikiLeaks document just got released about a North American Union. And they said that it wasn't, they said that it's just conspiracy theory talk when Bush and Harper and the Mexican president met.
Yeah.
Remember, and they were signing deals about the Texas corridor and the Super NAFTA highway, right? That all pertains to Amero, right?
Exactly. But the thing is, it's beyond that. It's gone into security and
integration
of all these agencies.
The agencies and integrating all security. That's how they first initiated. They start with the borders. Biometrics, loss and sovereignty. See that? Loss of sovereignty. And that's what Harper said at the G20. He said it's a loss of national sovereignty.
It is a global economy.
Many Canadians will oppose the North American Monetary Union on the grounds that it will interfere with national cultural sovereignty, that it represents a further step in the process that will ultimately lead to the political absorption of Canada by the United States.
You know, it's either we keep Canada, or we give up our sovereignty to the North American Union and replace our Canadian dollar with an American Amero currency. This is about big banking. This is about Wall Street. This is about the bailouts. It all kind of connects, you know, and integration with border security.
These concerns with Canadian nationalists are well known, do not have to be elaborated here, and were dealt with during the debate over the two free trade agreements. So this is basically like, it's here, now we can just simply delete it.
I have video evidence of Richard Pearl from the United Nations saying that they want to replace the Charter. That's the Canadian Charter and the American Constitution with the United Nations Charter. That's the big one. That's where they want to bring that in. What's that say?
The basic fact is that the introduction of the Amero does nothing to the existing national border and the ability of Canadian governments to pursue policies that get them re-elected. Oh, there's alternatives.
A backup plan. Fixed exchange rates. Wow.
The establishment of a currency board.
American dollars and notes. Yeah, just use the American dollars.
And there's support in the United States for a monetary union. Sorry.
Right? Does that make sense? Yes. That they're falling as an empire and that they're trying to integrate.
But I know Council on Foreign Relations has the PDF of the actual blueprint for the North American Union.
1999. Wow. That
1999. That's there it is.
That's where you guys?
That's where I got it from.
The Fraser Institute from Vancouver.
That's from the website of the Fraser Institute. It's not the greatest thing to give these guys more money than they already have, but if you have a physical copy, it just basically speaks to the people who are skeptical about Amero, about North American Union. Oh, you guys are a bunch of skeptics, you guys are a bunch of theorists.
Conspiracy theorists, yeah.
I'm sorry, but
Here's the document.
here we have it.
As much as I can. I hardly got hardly been sick before. I have my Berkeley water filter to take the fluoride out.
It's the Internet of Things, according to the Auto ID Center. That's a crazy quote, isn't it? It's a Google, IBM, Cisco systems, you name it. The largest companies are just basically working on building an Internet of Things. Through RFID, they'll just simply take account of all different objects, that includes people. What they want to do is just basically track in real time people's movements. And of course they'll extend it into other areas.
It's just a challenge. Free documentary, free. And I do it all.
Canada, right there. The NAFTA superhighway corporations. A lot at stake here. Just a lot of jobs. Free, not free. Canadian production. United we fall. Free documentary here, guys. Check it out. Yeah. The North American Union.
G20 shirt on.
Oh yeah, man.
You haven't filled in the blanket.
No, I can't decide whether to put all of the above, ashamed, or some of the other select choices I've seen. Shot at with rubber bullets, tear gassed, brutalized, humiliated, enslaved, kicked, caged, punched, bubbled.
Officer Bubbles wants you to see the movie, Officer Bubbles. Free movie, documentary. Get your Canadian documentary.
Yeah, that's how we got it.
3 DVDs on the G20, North American Union DVDs here. Get your DVDs on the G20 here free.
Yeah, this is our third annual Press for Truth Canada Day DVD giveaway. We want to try to make it an annual thing, and hopefully every single year on Canada Day, people all across the country will join in.
Hope for the future, Press for Truth Canada Day drop. Word up, 2011.
Just push that Steve. He's like, snap stuff.
It's on a public sidewalk. Ken's got much more patience.
One of the guys giving us religious flyers, he is told not to go over there. He's told to come back over here because for some reason he was violating some invisible law that might be out there somewhere. So you can't give out flyers over there.
I talked to an officer several weeks ago. He says you're allowed to hand out flyers on that sidewalk, but not on the other parts of it. So he said it was okay. But I guess it depends on the event that's happening.
Yeah, they're getting told they're going to get ticketed and probably fined with Trespass to Property Act if they don't step off the public sidewalk. So apparently everyone's trespassing, and if you're soliciting on their property, they can have you arrested. So the trick is to stay on the street until a police officer tells you you can't stay on the street, and then get on the sidewalk for safety and then get caught trespassing.
Security in our faces. We're handing out free DVDs on Canada Day. They took us to the sidewalk and then he was up in our faces.
What happened?
The regular, trying to shut us down, giving us a hard time about handing stuff out on a public sidewalk. So I demanded to see the bylaw, so we went and broke out the laminated bylaw and showed me that it does on the bylaw mention something about the sidewalk, but it didn't say anything about filming. And the guard there was overly aggressive. He grabbed our camera. That's where we're at, man. This is it's a shameful thing that we have to go through something like that on Canada Day. Just trying to give out information for free.
And this guy comes out of nowhere and starts pushing us around and acting like he owns the place. They can't kick us off. I said, show me the bylaw. It's like, okay, we'll go on the street and hand out DVDs. That's what it takes. Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Justice and peace. Freedom of speech. Justice and peace. Freedom of speech. Justice and peace.
Freedom of speech.
That's the truth. United we stand, divided we fall. Canadian documentary.
These documentaries were made in Canada. Your Canadian flags were made in China. Take a DVD. This is John Connor. If you can hear this message, you are the resistance. Planning on merging Canada, the United States, and Mexico into one big, like the European Union.
Unbelievable.
We don't want to fight with these guys. We don't want to, it doesn't help the situation when you sink to their level and stoop to their kind of a level and start getting angry, aggressive, and stuff like that. It doesn't help the situation whatsoever. And maybe he'll learn something from it all, if he sees the video. So. You know what? They showed us the laminated bylaw, and apparently it has the word sidewalk on there. So it looks like for certain events, they can ask you not to give stuff away on the sidewalk. So not a big deal. We came across the street. We're going to just continue to do what we came here to do.
NDB, baby. NDB.
NDB. Bit of the
ITF.
ITF.
A little bit of UWF.
UWF.
UDubs, NDB, and ITF.
From PFT.
For the PFT. Well, we had over 1,500 today. I guess we handed out a little over half of them, so maybe close to 800 discs, something like that. We'll come out and we'll bring the rest out a little bit later and hand them out on a different